Hi everyone and welcome to a new video on the CBI channel. In this Django for Beginners tutorial series, we're developing a blog-style web application with Python Django. And that looks something like this, where we have a page with different types of blog posts and the option to sign up and log in and create, edit and delete different blog posts. Now this is not the first video in this series, we've already done 19 before, in which we've created all the functionality that you've seen so far. So please go back and watch these if you've not done so already. Now in this 20th and also final video of this series, we're gonna dive into password resets. First, I'll show you the full sequence of how a password reset works in a Django application. Then we need to allow Django to send emails because that's one part of the step. And after that, we are going to create some URLs and templates to enable password resets in our application. Next, we will add a link to our login page so the user can visit the password reset page. And then we're going to test if everything works the way that we expect. So let's get started with an explanation of how this resetting of passwords actually works. What we want to achieve is that on the login page, we will have a link where the user can set their new password. Then, when we go to the password reset page, users will be prompted to fill in their email. And if that email exists in our database, Django is going to send them an email with some instructions to reset the password. So I've now filled in my email address, and if I click on the send reset email, it will bring us to another page where it confirms that if an account exists with the email that we've entered, we will receive an email with some instructions to reset the password. Now, when I check my email, I notice that I have a new password reset email from my application with some basic text and the instructions to reset the password. And it has some basic text that explain to us that we've requested a password reset and then we need to go to the following page and choose a new password. And that goes to a link called users/reset. And then it has a token. And this token on the end actually identifies which user has requested a password reset. And this token will stay valid for a period of time. And in that time frame, the user is able to reset the password. And our application will know based on the token who has actually requested this reset. So if we go to the link with the token, you notice that Django will have this page with setting a new password with some additional rules, same as for the sign up. So this will allow us to set a new password and clicking the button. And that will get us to the final page where it says the password reset is complete and we can now log in with our new password. So in short, that means that we need to create 4 pages. The first one, the password reset page, where users can enter an email address. Then the password reset done page, which is going to tell users that instructions for resetting the password have been sent to an email. And then Django needs to send an email with the correct link. Then a page where the user gets to with that token so they can actually set their new password. And after they've done that, we need to go to a complete page that shows them that the password reset has happened. Now, the most important step here is that you need to send an email with Django. Now, I've already created a separate playlist that shows you how you can send emails with Django. So please go and follow that so you know exactly how to enable that in your application, because I'm not going to cover it in this particular video. And you only need to follow all of the steps in the first videos. So also put this link in the description. So now it's time to make some changes in our code, because to enable password resets, one of the first things that we need to do is create the pages and the URLs to enable the resets through Django. So the first thing that we'll do is go to the users folder, and inside of the templates and then the users folder, we're going to be creating a few new templates for all of the different pages that I've already shown you previously. And we're going to just copying over the profile.html file so that we don't need to adjust too much after. So we're going to copy and paste this and then rename this particular page to the first page that we need, which is the password underscore reset page. Now in this page, we want the user to provide their email address so that we know which profile we need to reset the password for. So we can just edit the title and say enter email for password reset. And then we'll have a form, and that form is going to display the actual field of email that needs to be provided there. And then in the bottom, we are going to change the button text to not submit, but submit reset email. And let's save this. Now, of course, we now have a page, but we also need a URL. And this is going to work similar to the process for logging in, because we're going to be using default views that Django has already created so that it can handle a lot of the functionality out of the box. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to go and create a new path. And this one is going to be specifically for the password reset. So the first initial view where the user comes and needs to provide the email. So the first thing we need to change is the path. And this is going to be users and then slash password reset, just like this. And then the view from Django, which is going to take care of all of the functionality behind closed doors, is going to be the password reset view. And this by default is going to take care of all of the functionality so that whenever we just input the email, it's going to take care of everything that it needs to do. Now we also need to point it towards the correct template. And that template is going to be users slash and then the password reset.html we have just created. So we do password underscore reset.html. And of course, we also need to change the name, which is also going to be password underscore reset. And let's save this. So now by just having the URL and the template and the form right here, it will automatically take care of that part of the functionality. So let's check out how that works. So in here, we're going to activate our virtual environment by doing venv slash scripts slash activate. And then we do Python manage.py run server. And in our project, we now want to go to the login page. And let's now add another link on the bottom here that brings us to the password reset page that we have just created. So we're going to go to the login.html file, and below the form, we are going to add an A tag because it's going to be a link. And we're going to set the href or the link equal to some parentheses and then 2 times the percentage sign. And let's get rid of this singular parentheses. And then we can set that we want to go to the URL, which is going to be called password underscore reset. And this is the same name as we given it right here on the right under the name part of the path. So then we also want to provide some text and we say forgot your password. That will be the text of the link. So let's now save this and check out the login page. So now we have the link here, and when we click it, we get to the page where it says enter email for password reset. So in here, we'll be able to enter an email address that is inside of our database and check if this all works. So if you've not done it already, please make sure that you use the sign up functionality to create a new user so we can reset the password. So I'm just going to try it with my email address right now and click on submit reset email. And let's see what happens. They notice that we get an error message. And the reason why we get the message is because the password reset confirm page does not actually exist. Now, if we go a little bit deeper in here, you can see that it tries to send an email with the password reset, but we've not created a page yet where we can do the password reset confirm. And that's the reason why we are now getting an error. So let's now go to our code, complete the rest of the pages that we need, and then try again, because then it should work. Now, as mentioned, we have now completed the password reset.html. And after we have this password reset, so we filled in the email, we want to go to a page where it states, yes, your password reset has been done, and you will receive some instructions to reset the password. To do that, we're going to copy and paste this one, and we're going to be calling this the password underscore reset underscore done. Now, in there, the title is going to be different. So we're not going to say enter the email. We are going to say your password reset request has been sent. And then we don't want to have a form right here, but we want to have a p tag because we're just going to display some text. And that text is going to be if an account exists with the email you provided, you will receive an email with instructions to reset the password. So that will provide them with some information that the email has been sent and that they can expect to receive an email. Now, of course, this also will require a URL. And Django is going to handle that out of the box because Django has a standard view for this one as well, as it is for all of them. So copying over this URL that we've just created, and we're going to change the actual URL from password reset to password reset slash done. Then we're also going to change the view because this is going to be the password reset done view. And let's also put a comma here so that it recognizes the new path. And the template is changed because it's now password underscore reset underscore done. And also the name is going to be password underscore reset underscore done. So that is now fine. So after we have done this, Django should send an email with the password reset confirm view, which is the one that we've just seen in the error message that did not exist yet. So let's now also create that. And we're going to copy over the password reset for this. And we rename this to the password underscore reset underscore confirm.html. And in here, it's going to provide the form that the user can use to set the new password. So the title is also going to be set a new password. And the button text is going to be submit new password. And by default, the view that we're going to assign to this template will have the form ready. So let's do that right now, where we go back to the urls.py file, copy over this link again, and then it's not going to be the password reset done view, but the password reset confirm view. And we also need to change this URL right here. And that is going to be a little bit different than we've expected and seen before, because what we also saw in the email at the beginning of this video is it's going to contain a token. So we're going to be doing users slash reset slash, and then we are going to add two dynamic properties which are going to make the URL unique for the user. So the first thing that we're going to add is 2 times these arrows like this, and we're going to set that to UI DB64, which is some kind of token that the view will generate. Now, next to that, we also need to provide the actual token to recognize the user. So we do those arrows again, and we're going to say that this link expects a token. Now, the reason that I do this is fully aligned with the Django documentation. So this is the way that Django wants to construct this link. So we've already changed it to the password reset confirm view, which will take care of all of the logic behind the scenes. And now we need to change the template to the password reset underscore confirm. And then also the password reset underscore confirm as the link. So let's add the comma here as well. Now we want to have one final page that is going to say to the user, you've set your password and now you can log in again. So we're going to copy over the password reset done because we just want to display some text. And we're going to be renaming this to the password underscore reset underscore complete.html. And in the title, we are going to set this equal to password reset complete. And in the text, we are going to say to the user, your password has been set. You can now, and we want to say that the user can log in. So we're going to provide a link to the login page by making an A tag here. And we just set the link equal to these parentheses, then 2 times the percentage sign. We do URL, and then we set that to the login page. And we now complete the sentence by saying with your new password. So it's clear for the user where they can go and that they can log in with their new password. Now, of course, we also need to put in the final URL in our url.py file. So we're going to copy over this path again. And now this time we don't expect the tokens here anymore. We can just say users slash reset and then slash done. And also here we want to use the password reset complete view. And we need to change the path here of the HTML template to complete because that's the name that we've given it. And also the name here is going to be complete. And let's save this. So we're going to go back to the place where we can enter our email for the password reset. And let's now click on Submit Reset Email. And you now see that we're getting to this page where it confirms that our reset request has been sent. So this is working nicely. Because I've correctly followed my YouTube video on how to set up the email for our Django application, we should now have received a nice email. And indeed, you notice that we are receiving an email because we've requested a password reset for our user account at our local host. And it provides us with the token to reset our password. So I'm going to be copying over this link, or we can just click it as well. And now we get to the page where we can set a new password. So I've now put in the new password and confirmed it. And if I submit this, we're getting to the password reset complete page. And there it says our password has been set, and we can go to the login page to log in. So if I take my credentials and I log in, I now get back into our application. So that seems to be working just the way that I expect. And that's actually all for this video and also this series. I want to thank you very much for watching it. And if you've enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.